This is Sajina. Today we can see cultivation of fungus. That is different methods employed for the cultivation of fungus. A number of methods are available for cultivation of fungus. Most of the methods are very simple and rapid. Most important methods employed are listed below: serial dilution and agar plate method, workup method, slide culture technique, hair bait technique, hair perforation method, germ tube method, single spore cultures, and animal inoculation. First we can see serial dilution and agar plate method. It is the most widely method used in microbiology laboratory for bacteria and fungus. This method can be used for isolation of fungus from soil sample. The soil sample, it is collected in sterile containers and serially diluted and plated on suitable medium. SDA with antibiotics, it is mainly preferred. Incubate the plates at room temperature for 48 to 72 hours. Here we can see the serial dilution of the soil sample, plating, and after incubation, isolated colonies are obtained. Second method is workup method. It is developed by Workup in 1950. It is very easy to perform. It is less time consuming and has less requirements. Here the soil sample, it is collected in sterilized polythene bags. Then we have to take 5 sterile petri plates. Then add 0.005 to 0.15 gram of air dried soil into each petri plate. Then Ross Bengal agar medium is used for plating. 15 to 20 ml of the medium, it is poured to each petri plates. Dispense the soil particles throughout the medium by rotating the plates in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Incubate the plates at 25 degrees Celsius in an inverted position. After 3 days of incubation, we can observe the plates for fungal colonies. Third method is slide culture technique. One important advantage of the method is it helps to observe the morphological characteristics of the fungus without any disturbance to the arrangement of spores and hyphae. Here, a U-shaped glass rod is placed in a sterile petri plate. The glass rod must be sterilized. Then place a heat-flamed slide across the glass slide. Then cut a small piece of agar block with a sterile knife. Place the agar block carefully on the center of the slide. Then inoculate the 4 corners of the agar block with the fungal culture. Take a cover slip, flame it and place gently on the surface of the inoculated agar block. Moisture can be provided by a cotton piece dipped in a sterile water. Then cover the petri dish, incubate at 25 degrees Celsius in upright position. After 3 to 5 days, the fungal growth is observed microscopically under low power and high power objectives by using LPCB staining. And this is the diagrammatic representation of slide culture technique. Here you can see a bent glass rod, petri dish, glass slide, SDA block, cover slip and the cotton piece for moisture content. Next is hair bait technique. The technique, it is widely used to isolate keratinophilic fungus from soil. Here the soil sample, it is collected and it is transferred to a sterile petri dish. And for studying, we are using horse hair. We have to cut horse hair into pieces of 1 inch length and it is sterilized by autoclaving. After that, 30 pieces are spread on the top of the soil. Wet the surface of the soil with sterile water. Incubate at 30 degrees Celsius. After incubation, we can see white to brown colonies appearing around the hair. And such hairs are transferred to the surface of SDA plate. Fungal colonies, they start growing on SDA plate and we can observe the colony morphology and can identify the fungus by LPCB staining. Next is hair perforation method. The method, it is mainly done to differentiate between dermatophytes. We can see 3 genera of dermatophytes. They are Trichophyton, Microsporum and Epidermophyton. These genera, they are having a large number of species. All are of clinical importance. That is, all are able to cause various infections, human infections, that is dermatophytosis. So, it is very necessary to differentiate these dermatophytes. For differentiation of dermatophytes, we can use hair perforation method. Here, a sterile filter paper strip is taken and it is placed in the bottom of a sterile Petri plate. Cover the surface of the paper strip with sterile water. Then add some sterilized infant hair into the water. Add 5 to 6 drops of 1% yeast extract. This is added to speed up the reaction. Incubate at 25 degrees Celsius for 4 weeks. Observe the hair by making a wet smear for the presence of conical perforations on the hair shaft. Here we can see in this test, Trichophyton mentagrophytes and Microsporum canis, they are positive for hair perforation test. Here in this diagram you can see hair perforation test positive, that is Trichophyton mentagrophytes, it is producing conical perforations throughout the hair shaft. Here the conical perforations are absent in the case of Trichophyton rubrum. This is because they are hair perforation test negative. Next is jam tube method. Here it is widely used for the identification of Candida albicans from other Candida species. The test is a reliable method and less time consuming process. It is also known as Reynolds Broad phenomenon. Here the culture of Candida, it is mixed with mammalian serum and is incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for 2 to 4 hours. A drop of suspension, it is examined under microscope. Jam tubes can be seen as long tube-like projections extending from the yeast cells. This is the jam tube extending as long projection from the yeast cell. Here we can see the jam tubes as long tail-like projections from the yeast cells. Next we can see single spore cultures. Single spore cultures can be done using two methods. In the first method we are using a microscope. With the help of a microscope, we are selecting a single spore from the culture media. And this single spore is selected and a circular cut is made on the agar block with a sterile platinum wire or nichrome wire. And this agar block containing single spore, it is quickly transferred to a medium. So that this agar, the spore in the agar block, it will germinate to produce fungal colony. Then second method is a dilution method. Here a quantity of spore is taken and it is mixed with sterile water and it is shaken. A small drop of suspension, it is examined for a single spore and we have to dilute this sterile water containing spore till a drop containing single spore is obtained. Then the drop is transferred to a culture plate. Last method is animal inoculation. This is done for the observation of tissue phase of dimorphic fungus. Animals can be inoculated using different routes, that is intracerebral, intravenous, intraperitoneal, intratesticular. Here the organism is injected by preparing a saline suspension of organism and the injection or inoculation is done using a syringe and needle. All instruments should be sterilized prior to use and care should be taken while injecting, that is to inject only required amount of suspension. Disinfect the instruments used for inoculation after use. Then these are the routes: intravenous, intracerebral, intratesticular, intraperitoneal. In intravenous, we are taking the saline suspension of the organism, that is 0.2 ml of the suspension or less, and it is injected into the veins of the tail of the mouse using a tuberculin syringe. In intracerebral, an amount of 0.02 ml of suspension is taken and is inoculated using a needle and it is inoculated or injected between, or it is inserted just above the midpoint joining the ear and outer canthus of eye, and this method is widely used for Cryptococcus species. Then intratesticular is the next method. Here the inoculation, it is done into the testis, that is 0.02 ml of suspension in tuberculin syringe is injected. It is for diagnosis of sporotrichosis. Next is intraperitoneal. Here 0.5 ml of the saline suspension of organism is injected through the skin and peritoneum. Care must be taken not to inject deep into the abdominal cavity of the mouse. So these are the methods commonly employed for the cultivation of fungus in a mycology laboratory. Hope you will understand this session. Thank you.